I'll see you in the track shed after the episode.
Oh man. This time the noise jerks my attention away from my book. An experience not unlike being woken up. Who's there?
Me, aren't you glad?
The voice is muffled through the door, but unmistakably Emmy's. I hop up and open the door, smiling broadly. Hey, nice to see you again. Emmy grins back, staring at me from her wheelchair.
Yeah, you would have seen me earlier, but the damn elevator wasn't working. Had to wait for them to fix it. You'd think they could keep it in better order, but no.
I chuckle a bit at her vexed expression and invite her in. She wheels uneasily, and with my help she hops onto my bed.
There, much more comfortable in that stupid chair.
A sigh of contentment hangs in the air, and for a minute we both just stare at one another. It's at that point that I notice the circles under Emmy's eyes. They're not that dark, but they're definitely weren't there before. Before I can ask about them, Emmy fixes me with a mischievous stare.
So, I couldn't help but notice you weren't at lunch today. In fact, I don't think I saw you at all. What happened,
Fell asleep. I actually didn't wake up until lunch, and then only because Kenji woke me up.
What had you so tired,
A strenuous workout this morning, slightly uncomfortable too. Emmy coughs, a half-laughing, half-embarrassed noise.
Remind me not to do that again.
No problem, it wasn't exactly great for me either, to be honest.
You only agreed to not do it ever again like 15 times after.
We'll just avoid that from now on. Are you still sore? Emmy stares at me in disbelief. What? It's a legitimate question.
Of all the questions I never thought I'd be asked, that's one of them.
Well, I didn't ever expect to have to ask it, so we're even. Emmy laughs at this.
I guess so, huh? Well, since you asked, yes, I'm a little sore. We're never doing that again.
Oh my lord.
If I had a drink for every time,
Drinking game. That's it. It's done.
I would have a comfortable buzz going. Maybe a little tipsy. No?
I'd be passed the fuck out.
Maybe a little tingling in my fingers.
I
If I had a shot
Oh,
for every time.
There you go.
Now that would be a different story, and I would probably be able to take this.
Oh yeah, that's totally normal. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god, maybe we should do. We should drink for the next one.
To be fair, this is totally 100% realistic in a high school setting. So it's not like it's unnatural. It's just that we have to
I
be
wasn't
witness.
expecting
We just have to
that.
be a witness to it. We're the
Yeah.
third party.
Yeah.
No one really talks about these things.
No.
A yawn escapes her, and I raise an eyebrow. Tired? Emmy nods sleepily.
I haven't slept well.
Not sleeping well. I can tell that she didn't mean to tell me this either, because she gives a little start like she's just been caught lying, and hastens to add,
It's not a big deal, though.
well, what's the trouble? Emmy shrugs and refuses to elaborate. Stressed over exams? Another shrug, but after a pause, Emmy nods hesitantly.
Yeah, I guess. Actually, that's why I stopped by.
She begins to look more and more miserable. Not so you'd notice, of course. But her eyes are on her lap. She's fidgeting and her voice is quiet.
We, need to stop hanging out so much.
Why? Emmy takes a deep breath, like she's been practicing this.
Because you're too much fun to be around, and I can't concentrate when you're near me. With exams coming up soon, I just can't have that distraction. Otherwise, my grades will be pretty lousy, I'm afraid.
I could help you study. She smiles at me, clearly unhappy with the situation.
I'd love it if you could, but we wouldn't actually study, would we? I mean, even now I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and I just kind of want to, not converse.
Overwhelmed by my rugged manliness. I understand.
Wow.
That earns me a grin. Well, he's trying to cheer her up, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That earns me a grin, at least. Emmy shakes her head.
Idiot, you're full of yourself.
Well, I am pretty irresistible.
More or less, I guess. So that's the situation, Hisao. I have too much fun around you, and if I'm gonna go into exams prepared, I need to be alone.
Hey, that's okay. It really seems to have been bothering her. Besides, it's only a couple of weeks, and we still see each other in the mornings. And at lunch. We can just hang out at school, no problem. And after exams, we'll go on a date to celebrate their being over, okay? Emmy grins, pleased by this proposal.
Yeah, sure, that sounds great.
As if to signal the end of the conversation, she leans in and kisses me. The rest of the night is not spent worrying about exams. Is that another sexual thing? We'll pretend that's gonna be another sexual thing. Continue. Right. It's weird how easily Emmy and I can keep from seeing one another after class now. Actually, I'd venture to say that it's vaguely disturbing. As easily as we'd come together, we seem to have split apart without much trouble. Well, I guess that's not exactly true. We'd both been pretty bummed after the last night together, and we get to see each other every morning for our runs. And just our runs, I might add. Lunch too. I especially enjoy lunchtime with her. We have plenty of time to talk about everything outside of school, whereas the morning runs have become increasingly businesslike. I think it's because Abby wants to make up for our foolery in the storage shed. But no matter how much we joke at lunch, I can't help feeling a little worried about her. She seems distracted more often, and I caught her fidgeting nervously more than once. Never figured her to be someone who cared that deeply about exams, but they certainly seem to be taking their toll, even though they haven't even started. This is just the run-up. The deep breath before the plunge. Tomorrow, the real trials begin, or the real exams anyway. As for me, I actually don't feel the worry about exams at all. I'm not sure why. I mean, they're pretty important. My scores here will determine my odds of getting into a good university. Hell, if I'm too cavalier now, it could spell doom for my academic career. Or my bro career. But I'm going into them. I feel confident that I'll come out the other side okay. Muto thinks I've got the science examination locked up at any rate. Or as he says, yo, bro cake. Then again, it's Muto who's telling me this. His praise of me carries the veiled implication that anything less than perfect from me would be a disappointment, which has actually caused me to fret more than I should about the exam. It's for the reason that I find myself in the library after class, poring over the textbook. Pretty simple things to look over, some formulas of velocity, a few bits about friction. Sorry, friction got me. A walk in the park compared to my dreaded English exam. Never was good with languages. As I flip through my notes one more time, my mind begins to wander. After these exams are over, things should get easier. Soon we'll be graduated, then off to college, hopefully. I remember my abortive attempt to find out about what Emmy's plans to do after high school. She avoided the subject pretty deftly, though, as I recall. Heck, it seems that just about every time I push too hard, she dances around the subject, or distracts me enough through other means. Like a few days ago at lunch, when Rin wasn't around. I've done it! I'm startled from my reverie by Yuko's triumphant shout. Gah! Yuko seems mortified at my sudden starting. Oh my god! I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry! I just got, really wasn't, it's just that... As she stutters, I move too quick to quickly calm her down before she gets too agitated. Whoa, hey! My words seem ineffective. Yuko continues to work herself into a complete frenzy. And it's a library, and I shouldn't be... Hey, easy there, just calm down.
Oh.
And really, I'm setting a bad example, and now I'll get fired, and I can't do anything right. Yuko! Shouting seems to work, though I draw an ire of several other students studying in the library. Yuko snaps to attention, like a soldier who just heard the captain bark an order. Sorry. Calm down, it's okay. You just startled me a little, and that's only because I was daydreaming instead of studying. So really, you got me back on task. This is a complete lie, but it seems to work. Yuko takes a deep breath, and it seems to calm down. A little, though she keeps shifting around with nervous energy that seems awfully familiar. So, what's got you excited anyway? They have a cat burglar. To her credit, Yuko manages to convey her intense excitement in a whisper. I think I know who it is. I've got an anonymous tip to their identity. So I did some spying, and I think the tipster was right. Oh, really? And who was this, burglar? Yuko shuts her mouth, shaking her head decisively. Nope, I can't tell you that. Oh, why not? It's between me and the burglar. We're going to do. And I'm gonna send him to the Shadow Realm.
Someone's been watching Yu-Gi-Oh!
He could tip his hand early and blow town, and then I'd be left with no prep. When did prep? When did Yuko start talking like a hard-boiled detective? I wouldn't warn them. Why would I care? If you got to ask that question, then you don't need to know. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. Congratulations, I guess? Thanks. What for? The cat burglar thing. Yuko nods and smiles appreciatively. So, studying for exams? Well, that was the plan. I'm not having much luck, though. Really? Is it because you can't find a book? I'm really sorry. I've been meaning to clean the shelves for weeks now, but I keep on getting distracted. I'm so sorry. Whoa, hold up. It's not that. I've got my books right here. To illustrate the point, I hopefully calm Yuko down. I show her the textbook in front of me. My mind just keeps wandering is all. Is it because of the noise in here? I'm trying to be more strict about the noise levels, but I can't bring myself to yell at people. I mean, aren't their lives hard enough without me throwing my authority around? No, it's not the noise level either, I promised. I'm just... hell, I don't know. Worried about Emmy, worried about us, worried about what happens after we graduate. Emmy's been kind of weird lately. Well, what do you mean? Well, you know how we're dating now. I just don't know what we're actually, a couple? Or at least I don't know that we're beyond friends. Oh my god, you
Friends with benefits.
just had sex. And it felt so good. He's an idiot. He's just
It's
so
high
dumb.
school. The hormones are
Okay.
just flowing, and nobody knows what's going on in high school. Remember high school? Did you know what was going on? Nobody knows what's going on.
Sorta kinda knew what was going on. I had a good head on my shoulders. This guy
Well, yeah.
obviously
A lot of people
just
have no idea what's going on.
I feel like he's that nerd. Like he's a nerd. Because he's like really good at science, but that's all he's good at.
So
Like-
he's just awkward and
Like,
yeah.
he's a really attractive guy, and you wouldn't think that he'd be smart in school, but he turns out to be really smart. But then that's it, though. You're like, oh no, that guy's totally like the jock type, right? Like,
Yeah.
like pretty boy, whatnot. And then he's actually like the biggest nerd.
He's more book smart than street smart.
Yeah, I think it's pretty apparent.
Yeah. Okay.
Although friends normally don't do. Thank you. Physically, we're a couple. Coupling, at least. It's like every time I try to find out more about her or about what she wants to do with her life, she dodges the question. Like the other day, I was talking to her at lunch about some old schools I've been looking into. And I asked her, "Have you looked up any schools lately?" She shrugs in response, says no, and when I ask why not, she says she doesn't think that far ahead. I asked why why she had that policy, and I suddenly realize that I'm about to describe and wisely decide to clam up. She what? Changes the subject. Wouldn't talk about it. Maybe it's an uncomfortable subject for her. Or she just doesn't think it needs explaining. Yeah, but it's not just that. Every time I try to find out what's been bothering her, she changes the subject too. It's like she likes being with me, but not getting close to me. Now that I've said it out loud, I feel worse.
Oh, he hit the nail on the head, though.
He did. Yeah.
She hasn't told him anything.
No emotional investment. Let's
No,
put it that
no.
way. Yeah. And that would explain because just the day before they kissed, and then the day after they were having sex.
Mm-hmm.
Just.
Yeah, she got baggage.
You know, it seems to me that you're more serious about this than she is. That also hits the nail on the coffin.
Uh-huh.
The nail on the head.
What did she
Coffin.
say? We nailed the coffin?
Nope, no, I don't want to talk about it. I can almost feel my stomach twist into a knot. She's right. That's exactly what it seems like. But is that really what's going on? I mean... Sorry, I'm just talking nonsense. You shouldn't take my advice. You barely know me. I'm just a librarian, and I'm single, so you can imagine I can't know what I'm talking about. No, I think you have a point, Yuko. As much as it hurts to even consider it, Yuko seems to try desperately to find a way to soften the blow somewhat. Look, I'm probably wrong. If you want to be sure of how obviously wrong I am, maybe you should just talk to her? Get some time alone and just ask about it. And don't let her change the subject either. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Or maybe I should just enjoy what I have. Yeah, dude. If you went with that train of thought, you wouldn't be boning Emmy.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to put that out there. We have fun hanging out after all, and the runs are nice, and the other activities are nice, and talking to her is nice. Do I really need to get closer to her? What I've got right now is pretty good. But that's silly. I want to get closer to her, and I'm a fucking idiot, and oh my god. I want to be able to help her out with whatever is bothering her, but maybe I should wait until after exams are over? Maybe she'll brighten up once the stress has passed. If she does, then I don't need to worry about it anymore. But if she doesn't, well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I thank Yuko for advice and head back to my room. Maybe I'll be able to concentrate more on my studies in there. I leave the room after finishing my final exam and breathe a sigh of relief. As I'd hoped, the exams weren't so bad. I managed to breeze through just about everything but the English final, and even that was acceptable. I wonder how Emmy did. Even more so, how she's doing. She looked terrible at lunch today. I mean, she was pretty happy to be out of her wheelchair, but she was so exhausted. Something's been wearing her down, and I'm starting to really doubt that it was just the exams. Should I confront her about this, though? My musing is interrupted by a tap on the shoulder. Bro, you got a bro minute?
Ooh, choice time.
It's been a while. It's been a bro minute.
It's been a bro minute, yeah. Do we want to be a dick about it?
You know what? I feel like we are a dick. Hisao is a dick, but we like Muto, and we like the only thing that it's a pretty clear decision to me personally. But I feel I want like if
It's
we
just
say,
a few minutes. Like he's not asking for a freaking like limb.
But you know how he likes to talk.
Oh
And
yeah.
I said like, and if we say yeah, you got a few minutes, will it hurt Emmy? Because we could be trying to find Emmy right now.
Yeah. Okay, let's go worry about other things.
Ah.
Oh, but I don't know.
Bro, I'm so sorry, bro, but like, I got a bro problem. My bro girlfriend is just, bro. I'm just bro stressing. Yeah, I bro get you.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, at least he puts it. Actually, I've got something I need to do. Oh, I'm bro sorry. I just wanted some bro feedback on the bro club. We get bro catch you later. Enjoy, bro. Thanks, I will. I really love to chat with Muto, but I've got other things on my mind. Specifically, what to do about Emmy. Can I really just confront her? I like it. I think that was good.
He handled that pretty well.
The question keeps spinning in my head even after I make my way back to my room. What if she gets angry about it? Besides, what if it's nothing? If I go in and refuse to leave until she tells me what's wrong or something, won't that come off as clingy? I don't want to start a fight or anything over something like this. Maybe I should just drop the matter and see how she is tomorrow before I do anything? Maybe it would it be so bad to just let it go? Frozen reference, I'm sorry. It's not like we don't enjoy each other's company, but odd as it sounds, I really want to help her. I don't even know what with or if there's anything at all she needs help for, but I want to. Suddenly, a knock at my door rouses me. I open it to see Kenji. Oh, it's you.
It's me, that's it. If you had any idea what I've been through, what I'd done, you'd be happier to see me, dude. I mean, that was some epic you may never see me again shit. And here you're just acting like I went down to the store for some milk.
Did you just go to the store for some milk? That's not the point.
You're a cold man, Hisao. I really respect that.
What? He just did like a 180.
I don't know.
Thanks, I guess.
It's smart to play it safe, you know. Don't show any emotion. Keep your cards close to your chest. Unless it's time to show your cards or you have bad cards. Then you should fold or collect your winnings. Do you understand?
Yep. Perfect sense. I take it the mission went well?
Whoa, awfully nosy of you, isn't it? You can't just go saying things like that. Things are at a delicate stage. One wrong move and BAM! The invasion succeeds.
I thought you were going to blow the conspiracy wide open.
It's bigger than I thought. I need to update my charts. Probably change some of the Muppets around. Puppets!
Puppet. What?
You just see like Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy in the background. Oh yeah, the Muppets. I heard they're in town. I'm gonna take Emmy to see their show.
Well, they're in my room.
I'm keeping them hostage. They're in on it.
Yeah.
Shit.
The doors like open a crack and there's Kermit like.
Don't worry about that.
You didn't see anything.
You want to help? I've got some whiskey from somewhere. You can fill me in on everything your investigation has turned up.
Yo, he's got booze?
Kenji's hard as fuck.
Yo, Kenji's a real gangster. This is where thug life just needs to...
Kenji's actually like 35. But he just looks like a kid.
Oh,
That's. Oh no, he does go to class. Never mind.
yeah, better not. Supposed to meet her today. Gotta go do that. Can't raise suspicion. Kenji nods in approval.
Still keeping it close to the chest, eh? Okay, man, I respect that. Good luck.
Thanks. I'm just going to pretend, for the sake of my own sanity, that he's wishing me luck in talking to Emmy. And if I squint, that whole card analogy he was talking about works here. Time to lay it all on the table. Or see if I can get Emmy to do so, rather. With a sense of something approaching purpose, I head for Emmy's room. I hop up the stairs leading to her room and knock on her door.
Who's there?
Huh? That's odd. Her voice sounds a little choked. Hey, it's me. I thought I'd stop by.
Hisao? Come on in.
I reach down to open the door, only to find that it's locked. More and more curious. Your door's locked.
Oh yeah, sorry. Give me a minute.
In a few minutes, Emmy opens the door, grinning.
Sorry, I had to put my legs on. I was napping.
Despite her grin, there's something definitely off. Emmy's eyes are slightly red and looks like she's been crying. Hey, no problem. Are you okay?
Huh? Yeah, I'm fine.
It's just that it looks like you've been crying. Oh yeah, Hisao, you're off to a great start on this one.
What? Nah, I'm fine. I'm just happy to see you.
She punctuates this with a long kiss that continues as the door slams shut behind us. Yo, she is totally using the whole sexy time as a...
She's avoiding.
That's it. I know what she wants to do now, and I'm also painfully aware of how badly I want to do it too, but I break the kiss with a wrench of self-control that nearly kills me. Hey, wait. Emmy's eyes crinkle in confusion.
Huh? Wait for what?
We need to talk.
Isn't that supposed to be my line? And never a good thing to say?
She's got a point. It's usually the lead in to a breakup, or the prelude to a fight. Maybe it can be a good thing this time. I hope, anyway.
Huh. Can we at least get onto the bed? It's my first day back on these things, and I'm still readjusting. Plus, the nurse said I should try to be on them less often, since running puts such a strain on him.
Can't argue with that. It's a trap, we both know it, and we both don't care. Then again, it's awfully hard to get angry while in bed with the object of your affection, so maybe there's that motivation too. I set Emmy's legs by the bedside and sit down next to her, throwing an arm around her shoulder. In silence, we just enjoy being able to sit in this position again for a few minutes. Then, of course, I need to ruin it by opening my mouth. Look, I know that you've been having kind of a rough time of it lately, and I want to help you out. I thought it was just exams getting to you, but now I come to your room and you've been crying, and that kills me. But I can't do anything if you won't talk to me about it.
I told you, I'm fine.
No, you aren't. It's obvious something's eating at you. You can tell me, you know? There's the slightest increase in tension in Emmy's voice.
Why is my saying I'm fine not good enough? You're concerned, I get that. That's cool. But I'm fine, and it's nothing you need to worry about.
Not sleeping and spacing out more than Rin doesn't strike me as being fine. I want to help.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't like seeing you like this. I want you to be happy, you know? I get the feeling that came out wrong because Emmy fixes me with an icy stare.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
So you want to fix me, Hisao?
She's definitely getting angry now.
Want to swoop in on your white charger and save the day? Stop the nightmares and the phantom limb pains? Restore what's lost?
Her voice catches in her throat and the tears start to flow.
Well, you can't. Nobody can. Nobody will.
I'm so stunned by her sudden verbal assault that I remain quiet. Neither of us says anything for a while. I'm surprised that Emmy tightens her grip on me rather than pushing me away. After a deep breath, she starts talking again.
Look, I'm sorry. There's these nightmares about the accident.
The accident. I should have known. It took her legs, after all, but it never comes up, of course.
And I usually deal with them fine because I can run. Running clears my head like nothing else. I don't have to worry about anything while I'm running. I just concentrate on breathing, on the rhythm of things. It's easier that way. Life's easier that way. Just keep moving forwards, you know? Nothing else matters, just getting around the next curve. And then it's the next curve, and the next, until I can't go anymore, think anymore, or do anything but slow down and walk until I catch my breath again. After something like that, nothing else matters. But I've been stuck in that goddamn wheelchair for too long, so no outlet. Today it just kind of boiled over a little.
You could have talked to me about it, you know. You didn't have to go at it alone. Emmy smiles sadly, like she's trying to explain to a child that all fire burns.
Yeah, I did, and I do.
But why? Why do you have to keep going through this alone? Why can't you just trust me enough to let me help you? That smile again. Emmy leans in and kisses me on the cheek, an almost motherly gesture. She leaves her mouth close to my ear. She leaves her mouth close to my ear as she confesses this one thing to me.
Because, Hisao, I've already had everything I knew ripped away from me once. I don't know what I'd do if it happened again.
She pauses, as if uncertain as to whether or not she should continue. I can feel a violent churning out of my gut. She continues.
So I can't rely on you, or the nurse, or anyone else. Just me. That's how it's got to be.
Having delivered the short speech, she looks down and covers her mouth with the back of her hand. The conversation is clearly over. I search for something to say, but I can't think of anything. Maybe I should go. For now. I've got stuff. Emmy doesn't even look up. She sounds tired, or relieved. I can't tell which.
Okay, Hisao. Go take care of that stuff. I'll see you tomorrow.
I get off the bed and head for the door, pausing at the doorway. Hey, Emmy?
Yeah?
Oh, Jesus.
1,000 things I want to say. I'm too mixed up to say any of them, though. After her admitting that she'll never let me close, I feel like my world's just been ripped from me. What happened in that accident? I know she lost her legs, but that's never seemed to bother her. What happened there? What scares a girl so badly that she won't accept help, even from someone she loves? I don't know. But I want to know. I want to know so badly that being denied that answer feels like a knife in my gut.
Hisao? You were saying?
I'm still standing in the doorway. Nothing. Never mind. And I'm closing the door and walking down the hallway, down the stairs, out the door, into the dark. Somehow I wander back to my own room. My brains are doing a mile a minute, going nowhere fast. I can't figure out how to deal with this. I thought that moving forward was a good thing, dwelling less on a past that I can't change. Living in the present and looking at the future. After this, things with Evie, I'm not sure anymore. She was saying the truth. It's simpler to look at the next curve, ignoring the path gone by. No worry about the opponent left behind. No care for the spectators on the sidelines. And unfortunately, no time to watch out for lagging teammates either. I throw myself down on the bed, looking at one corner of my ceiling as if the answers I want were written there. No such luck, of course. She's literally running away from something, but have I not been doing the same thing? Trying my best to forget about my hospitalization? I am getting better, but my health isn't going to magically fix itself. Emmy has 2 legs instead of a heart to deal with, but those aren't going to magically fix themselves either. Maybe this is just as fixed as both of us can get. The room becomes darker and darker until I can't really tell I'm looking at a corner anymore. The morning comes too soon, on the heels of a sleepless night. Is this how Emmy's been spending her nights? Staring at the wall or ceiling, trying to stop thinking about whatever it is? Her, in my case. That clenched feeling in my gut is still there. I can't rely on you. Words spoken so casually, almost like she were teasing me, or chastising me for suggesting that the earth is flat. That's how it's got to be. The way it's got to be sucks. I'm feeling so miserable that I very nearly decide to skip the run. That would be stupid though. It's not something I should do just to see her. Sure, that was the original reason, but it's something more now. I've started to enjoy the running itself. There are worse ways to get the blood flowing anyway. Never thought I'd say that after the first week or so, but I feel a lot better after a run. Like, no matter what else I do today, I've at least done that one thing. It wakes me up too, and Emmy herself said that running always clears her mind. Maybe it'll help clear mine. I hope so. The morning is cool and clear, if a bit humid. Summer's making itself known, it seems. Emmy's already stretching out when I arrive and greets me with a smile and a wave.
Hey, Hisao.
The sight of her so chipper is like a kick in the nuts. How could she be so happy after yesterday? I give a half wave and I'm surprised to receive a hug.
Hey, about last night.
Here it comes.
I wanted to say thanks. I actually managed to get some sleep for the first time in a while, and I think it's because of our talk. So thanks.
How could she sleep better after our chat? She basically told me that she wouldn't get any closer to me. And that let her sleep well? Excuse me, but what the hell? Emmy doesn't notice my bafflement, or chooses not to notice. No telling with her anymore. No problem. Glad it helped. The venom that threatens to drip into my voice is controlled for now, but I think I'd better start running now before I do anything stupid. Emmy seems equally willing to get started, and before long we're darting around the track. I can tell she's feeling more relaxed. Her running has gone back to the more graceful movements I remember from when I first watched her. It's a stark contrast to the almost brutal way she's been hurling herself around the track these past few days. Our talk really does seem to have helped her. A pity it couldn't help me. I get into the rhythm of running, thinking back to when I couldn't afford thinking about anything else but keeping my breathing steady and legs moving. Guess those days are gone. At least for the first couple of laps. Annoyed at the lack of success I'm having with clearing my mind, I increase the pace. There's the burning sensation in my legs, the breaths coming ragged in my chest, the pounding of my heart, which I still need to be careful about. But it does seem to have gotten stronger. I can feel it pumping blood through my veins. The sound thrums in my ears, but instead of being panicked as I was that day in the snow, I'm instead filled with elation. Yes, it's working. My heart, that fatal flaw that landed me here, has improved. I'm able to keep going now, and maybe one day I'll be able to stop worrying as much. Right now, it doesn't matter that I have no idea what to do about Emmy and me. All that matters is that my arms and legs continue to pump in concert with one another. Nothing else. As I hit the final stretch, I remind myself that running really does help, though not as much as I'd hoped. I do feel better, and as I walk a few laps to cool down, I began to remember last night in a slightly less emotional manner. Emmy wants to stay distant from her. Emmy wants to stay distant from her. I can't bring myself to do so. There's got to be a way around this, some kind of middle ground I can reach. Not sure what that middle ground is, though. Damn, I was almost feeling optimistic.
Nice run, Hisao. You really improved.
Nice run? Is that all I can hope for now? That's all I can hope for now. Congratulations, Hisao. You're pathetic. I gotta change my attitude. Well, you know, I am pretty awesome. And yet, I just keep saying things that I don't mean. Any second now, I'll be as good as hiding my problems as Emmy is.
I like to think so.
Why does she do this to me? Saying something like that with such real affection in her voice that it makes my heart leap. She doesn't mean it. She can't. I must be doing a worse job than I thought because Emmy peers closely at me.
Hey, you feeling okay? Maybe we should get to the nurse, huh?
Yeah, I'd hate to keel over on you. Emmy looks a little shocked at my bitter tone.
Don't say things like that. You've already done it once before, you know.
Why does she act so affectionate? She doesn't really care. I thought she made that clear. But despite all of that, I find myself apologizing, even though I shouldn't have to. Even though she's probably just putting on an act. Sorry. Come on, let's see the nurse. I can't get myself to calm down the whole time. Every time it feels like I've gotten over what happened last night, Emmy does something or says something that shows affection, and I'm back to the beginning. The image of her ending the conversation haunts me. It was like the final twist of a knife that left me feeling bereft of any hope that Emmy and I could be more than what we are. And what are we at this point? Little more than friends who happen to fuck? Damn!
Oh, he mad.
You pissed. And really, it's not like I don't enjoy the time I spend with her. Said so the other day myself. I fairly nearly didn't even bring up any, I very nearly didn't even bring anything up with her. Was just gonna hop on in there and let it ride, wasn't I? That was a weird sentence. With this running through my head, I find myself in front of the nurse's office, still brooding as he checks out Emmy. Emmy comes bounding out the door, gives me a kiss, and darts off to shower, I assume. Meanwhile, the nurse beckons me into his office to give me the ritual once over.
Any problems today?
Nah, I even pushed it a little harder today than I have in the past, and I seemed able to handle it.
That's uncharacteristically risky coming from you, Hisao. You've been hanging out with Emmy too much. She's rubbing off on you, and not necessarily in a good way.
At the mention of Emmy's name, I can't help but frown unhappily in spite of my efforts at control.
Well now, that's new, don't you think? Last I checked, your usual response to Emmy's name was a grin, not a frown. Oh, what exactly happened between you two? Because Emmy doesn't seem to be on it. Whatever it is. She looks more relaxed than I've seen her in weeks, which is unusual for this time of year.
Well, what do you mean by that?
By what?
For this time of year. I keep trying to find out what's been bothering her, but she clams up as soon as I broach the subject. Then last night she said,
Let me guess, she won't tell you because she says she can't trust you. And now you're crushed because you thought that the two of you were so much more than she seems to think, right?
more or less. Actually, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's like he was there.
how the heck did you know?
Oh, Hisao. I'm a nurse. It's my job to know these things. Plus, I've known Emmy for long enough to know that she tried to do something like this. It's just like her.
He says this is a sort of half-affectionate, half-frustrated tone that would seem more appropriate if he had a cigarette dangling from his lips.
Damn, where's my cigarette?
As it is, he seems willing to make do with a pen.
I'm trying to cut back. I'm vaping now.
I open my mouth to respond, but a knocking sound at the door interrupts me.
Hey, you guys still in there?
And just a moment, Emmy. Give us a second to get our pants back on.
The door bursts open and Emmy glares knives at the nurse.
Asshole.
That's exactly what I was tearing up. Didn't mean to get your hopes up.
Hey, can we leave me out of this? Anyway, what's up, Emmy? Forget something? I tried to take a more cheerful tone with her. No need to upset her. Two couldn't play the everything's fine game.
Actually, I forgot to ask you something.
Oh? What's that?
Do you want to come with me on a trip to my house? My mom's making dinner, and I thought you might want to join us.
Emmy's mom has got it going on.
She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Emmy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me.
Well, you told me that you're not the girl for me, so, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm just
I
gonna...
know it might be wrong, but
Yeah. But Emmy's mom just...
damn.
Well, of course I accept.
Emmy punches the nurse in the arm playfully.
Not you, idiot. You were over last week.
He is banging her arm. Totally banging. They're banging.
Oh, what a
And they do butt stuff.
I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
I was talking to Hisao.
Oh, how interesting. Meeting the parent.
I'd love to go, Em. Oh, Emmy, thanks. The nurse raises an eyebrow but says nothing.
Great, I'll be in my room. Swing by after you shower and change into something clean and we'll grab the bus.
Sounds good. I'll see you in a bit. This time it's me who leans in for a quick kiss before darting off to my room.
These kids are all over the place.
The plot, like my gravy. Chicken.
Chickens.
Oh, what an interesting development. Maybe we're getting closer after all. Maybe Emmy's finally ready to open up a little. Or maybe she's just being polite, and a free meal seems like a good way to apologize for last night. Great. Now I can't decide whether to be excited, nervous, or depressed. I settle for a combination of all three and hop in the shower.
Please don't have naked Kenji.
Please.
Okay,
it's
we're
a
good.
skip.
Because I want to hold you close on my own feet. I started walking to synchronize my breath with you, so neither of us will be alone. Hey mama, I might have found somebody that I really like. Well, good for you. Come see me, hey, what are you living off of? Who is it that drives you to go on? Who is it that you think of? Have you learned all of the words to say?
Damn it, I was wanting naked Kanji. With some of that leaf action.
That fig leaf. Why didn't they just put him in a towel?